Hello everyone, this is Gage from Gondorian Smith, and today I'm going to be bringing you guys another 3rd Age Reforged online multiplayer battle replay. Now this one is a 2 versus 3 Siege of Carn Dum. Now Carn Dum is actually a very cool map, and it's a map that I've been trying to get some replays on multiple times, but unfortunately every time I try it, it crashes or one of the players desyncs or just some other thing like that happens, which has basically led to me not being able to show any replays of this map so far, which is unfortunate because it's actually a super cool map with a lot of unique areas. But anyway, we can go over into the army compositions, the first of which is going to be Mech Grim, who was the person who sent me this replay, so big link to him before we begin. He's going to be playing as the Witch Realm of Angmar. For his General's Bodyguard, he's got a unit of the Witch Realm Blackguard. He's also got, I believe, only one unit of the Snaga Stalkers around here, and he also has, I believe, 2 units of the Barrow-wights, of course, very good in pretty much all situations because of their 3 hit points. He's got a couple units, I think, of Snaga Archers on either end. He's also getting the upgraded Witch Realm Hammer Guard. He also has 3 units of the AP Angmar Halberds, which should do pretty well because one of the defenders is dwarves, so AP is going to be pretty much a necessity. He's also got 2 units of the upgraded Witch Realm Scourge Raiders. Now these guys are not super great, in all honesty, in 0.96 or in 96.1, whatever. Because they don't actually have anything really unique about them, but in the test patch they actually are relatively useful because of their unique changes, but I won't go into that in detail until the patch of course comes out. But they're okay, I guess. They're decent enough infantry. They don't have shields though, so they're kind of weak to missile fire. But he's also got, I believe, 3 units of the Guardians of Carn Dum, who are pretty decent sword and shield infantry. They also have their armor upgrades. In addition to this, he has got 1 unit of the Catapult, and actually looks like a 4th unit of Angmar Halberds as well. The first of his teammates is going to be over here. He's going to be Fire Bosker playing as Isengard. So we have the Guards of Orthanc, 2 HP Spearmen that can inspire their troops around them. I believe he has 2 or 3 units of the Urkai Pikemen, 2 units of the Half-Orc Vanguard who are AP, and I think he has maybe 3 or 4 units of the unupgraded Urkai Infantry. And now for the most part, the Urkai Infantry in this battle, I'm assuming are just going to get absolutely butchered. Because the defenders are, of course, the dwarves. I believe it's Khazad Doom as well, so that's even harder to break through. But I believe the defenders are the Khazad Doom dwarves as well as Mirkwood. So pretty much the Urkai Infantry against either of those factions units will get absolutely decimated, but we'll see. He's also got 3 units, surprisingly, of the Urkai Crossbows, his own Catapult, a unit of the Trolls of the White Hand. You can see some more pikemen here as well as some more Urkai infantry, and that's going to pretty much do it for his army comp. So no elites though, besides really the trolls and the guards of Orthanc. So we'll have to see how his army does. I'm not expecting it to do wonders, but you never know. Back here we have got the final attacker, which is going to be Arm King Amar, and he's going to be playing as Dale. He's got the Blackshot Dragon Stars as his general ability. He's got 3 units of the cheap Lake Town Pikes, 1 unit of the Barding Herd, 2 units of the AP Lake Town River Patrol cheap Javelins. He's got a couple units of the Dalian Spearmen, 1 unit of the Earls of Esgaroth, as well as a unit of the Dalian Marksman Archers. He's also got a 2nd unit of Barding Herd right here, it looks like. He's got another unit of Barding Herd, so 3 units of Barding Herd in total, which should be decent, I guess, throughout the whole battle. Another unit of the Dalian Spears. I believe he's got 2 units of the Swordmasters of Carnan. You can see a 2nd unit of the Dalian Marksmen, as well as 1 unit of the Girian's Paladins. He may have some hidden units around here, like some Rangers, but I'm not totally positive about that. But anyway, that pretty much does it for the attackers, so we will now go into the army comps of the defenders. Alright, so we can now go straight into the army compositions of the defenders. So like I said, we have got actually the Wood Realms commanded by Bacon Soup, defending as well as we have got the Dwarves of Khazad Doom, who are going to be being played by JIB64. So without further ado, we can go ahead and go, I guess, just from over here to the other side, I guess. Looks like both of the defenders have actually brought catapult. We've got 1 catapult from the realm of Mirkwood. Down here we've got some Dwarven infantry. Looks like a couple units of the Khazad Doom Reclaimers. Very good AP axe throwers, and they're also not bad in melee because of their 2-handed AP axes. Also got 1 unit of the Hirioth, 2 units of the Hirioth actually, looks like also 2 units of the 4th Legion Shield Guard, 3 units of them actually, my bad, as well as a unit of the Orc Hunters of Khazad Doom on the walls. We got another unit of the Orc Hunters of Khazad Doom, 1 unit of the unupgraded 2nd Legion Axe Guard, extremely deadly shock infantry, that is AP. Another unit of the Axe Guard, 1 unit of the Thurn E Tower Light Archers. We've also got some of the Mithril Guard over here. It looks like it is the General's Bodyguard of the Dwarves of Khazad Doom. We've got some Hiri Peng also from Bacon Soup. It looks like some more 4th Legion Shield Guard. 2 units of 1st Legion Pikes, super elite pikes, but definitely going to be a target for artillery or javelins. He's got a unit of the Warriors of Khazad Doom, slightly lower tier Dwarven infantry, but still super good. A unit of the Duopling E M Endure. These are the body-piercing rangers of Mirkwood. Another unit of the 13th Tower, as well as another unit of the Here E Peng. Over here we've also got a unit of the Aradirth Amon Link. Very good archers, also AP in melee, so they're super, super good. He's got a unit of the IR Arthelian E Nanwaith Infantry. He's also got, it looks like 3 units of the Megali Aaron, one of the Maethar Yelskellen Javelins. It looks like one of the Here E Lang, one of the Here E Oth over here. Over here he's got 2 units of the Here E X Spearmen, as well as another unit of the Here E Lang Shock Infantry. Back here, we probably don't have too much, I would assume. They're really defending out there quite heavily. But we do actually have 2 units of the Sons of the Fallen Spearmen, super, super sturdy spearmen that just seem to not want to die no matter what. And then we've got a catapult from both Mirkwood as well as from the dwarves. So the dwarves triple shot catapult, of course. So you got another unit of the 2nd Legion Axe Guard and another unit of the 3rd A Tower. So without any further ado, we can go ahead and go into the battle replay itself. There may be 1 or 2 hidden units from Mirkwood, but I'm not totally sure. It seems like he did definitely invest in some of the heavier infantry that is able to be brought by Mirkwood. Oh, I saw some arrows flying here, but maybe not. Anyway, we've got Angmar, we got Grim moving forward here with some Snaga Stalkers. You've got archers on either end here. Honestly, one of the easier ways to defend this area, or defend the overall settlement, is if you kind of sally out here and just defend this bridge, because that means they can't actually use their towers. As a whole, this map is slightly harder to attack with towers anyway, because the towers can only attack, I believe, like this small portion of the wall that is like right next to the gate, and then of course this area right over here. Looks like the Orc Hunters of Khazad are firing volley after volley into the Snaga Stalkers, which is definitely not the wisest move in the world. These Snaga Stalkers are super, super cheap, if not free. So definitely you don't want to be wasting your ammo on those very, very cheap units like that. But we'll have to see how it turns out for him, I guess. The Orc Hunters are definitely not bad in melee, but still you'd want to be conserving your ammo. Rangers on the wall also might not be the best idea in the world, because that's definitely going to be a target for the catapult. And I believe Dale does have a catapult somewhere around here. Maybe not. Actually, no, sorry, I thought that was mistaken. Only Angmar and Isengard have the catapults. And as Isengard, as you're going to see here, does have a bit of a walk ahead of him. Generally, because there are 3 attackers, I'm assuming they will each take 1 gate to themselves. I'm assuming Isengard will probably move over to this middle gate here, but we'll have to see just if that is going to be the case. Some fire arrows coming in from something. And oh, we've actually got a little bit of a sally here from Bacon Soup with some Here E Oth. And the Here E Oth are definitely going to be able to, of course, outclass the poor 121 Snaga Stalkers here. But just pushing forward 1 unit like this might not be the wisest move, because Grim could definitely move up with some of his own units. Looks like Grim is actually going to be running away here. He doesn't want to take unnecessary losses. Because if he loses his Snaga Stalkers, it will actually force him to bring a different, probably more expensive unit to try to carry the ram towards the gate. We actually got some Shield Guard running out here too. The Shield Guard are insanely good spearmen, mainly because of the fact that they do not have the malice, or the debuff rather, that is common to most other spearmen. So these guys actually do not have any penalties really when fighting against other infantry, which is not a common trait at all, and that might be changing. I'm not totally positive about it, but either way, it makes the Shield Guard of Khazad super, super great. Not only against cavalry, but also against infantry, because spearmen actually have a quicker attack animation than sword and shield infantry. Looks like Dale is still making his way over here. It looks like he maybe is not going to be attacking this gate, because he is currently kind of walking past it. It's a little interesting. I'm not quite sure what he's thinking about, or what. I'm not really quite sure what he's thinking about there, but we'll have to see. Looks like these Snaga Stalkers have also gone back to the gate, but we've also got some Snaga Archers here, and they are indeed firing, so they will be able to get some decent volleys off into the Here E Oth. For the most part, the Here E Oth do have pretty good armor, so they won't take terrible losses, but they will take a few losses, especially because of how many arrows the Snaga Archers can fire, especially because this is both full units of the Snaga Archers here. So yeah, they're going to take a few losses. The Shield Guard, not so much. The Shield Guard won't take hardly any losses because of their great shield as well as great armor values. But the Here E Oth, you can see, are starting to go down a little bit. So yeah, they're definitely forcing Grim to take his time really, or try to commit maybe something a little bit heftier towards this ram here if he wants to bust down the gate. Because the Shield Guard could honestly just sit here and wait right by the ram, because they won't have to be afraid of any of these arrows coming in from the Snaga Archers. And because he doesn't have javelins or anything like that, it's going to be difficult, I think. It looks like Grim 2 is actually going to be moving... Okay, actually, I know... Okay. I believe Isengard will probably be taking over this portion of the gate, and then Grim will just be moving over towards the middle one. I'm assuming that's what's going to be happening here, although it looks like Dale is also going towards the middle, so maybe they're all going to go into the middle gate. Maybe not the wisest move, because they will be the defenders will be able to concentrate all their forces on the one little gate. But still, we'll have to see how it turns out. because Isengard is just about over here now. We might speed it up a little bit, actually. Not that much. We will speed up a little bit just because it's going to probably take a minute to actually get over here. You can see that that Grim is actually going to be firing a few volleys here into the backs of the 4th Legion shield guards. They won't get their shield bonuses, but they still have very good armor. So you can see only a couple of them going down per volley. So probably not the best use of the Snaga Archer ammo, especially when later in the game, once they're actually able to get in here, the Snaga Archers could actually do a lot of damage to the elves. But we'll have to see. We'll have to see if that is indeed the case. 1st Legion Pikes, Dwarves of Khazad. So yeah, a lot of scary units around here, that's for sure. And you can see already the elves are kind of moving their defensive units that were over here over towards the middle, because I mean there's no point in keeping them over here if they're not even going to attack from that area. We've got one ram going there with the Blackshot Dragon Slayers. And yeah, Dale looks like is going to be setting up here towards this middle gate, interestingly enough, along with Isengard. No, along with Angmar, sorry, my bad. I don't know what Isengard is doing. Honestly, if Isengard wanted to, they could push up their crossbows. Yeah, it looks like Isengard is going to be taking over Grim's position. But if Isengard wants to, he could bring forward his crossbows here, and the crossbows will be able to shred both the Hirioth as well as the 4th Legion Shield Guard. You can see Grim still trying to get on that ram, but the defenders valiantly sallying forth here, trying to cut down these Snaga Stalkers and make sure that they don't get onto that ram and bust down the gate. And they're going to be retreating now. What are the dwarves doing back there? Looks like they're trying to move around a little bit, but not that much. They are taking some volleys as they retreat. Unfortunately, Snaga Archers are not the most accurate nor the most damaging, so they're not going to get a ton of kills, but I guess they will get a few. But yeah, if the crossbows move forward here, then that would be very good. Although they will probably, if they move forward, be in range of the Thurny Tower Elves. I don't know what the ammo... Oh yeah, they're all out of ammo. Wow, okay. JIB-64 actually used all of the ammo on this unit of Orc Hunters of Khazad on Snaga Stalkers, so... Oh wait, no, they're not. Okay, I was very confused. I thought they had their axes out, so they still have a little bit of ammo, which is good, because that would not have been good to waste all the ammo on just Snaga Stalkers. Elves once again going to be coming out here, so these Snaga Stalkers will have to retreat once more. Maybe not. Maybe they're not actually gonna come out. I take it back. Angmar are still moving around as well. Maybe they're just kind of swapping positions. Maybe Angmar will go all the way over to where Dale was, because maybe Angmar wants to face off against the elves rather than against the dwarves. Maybe not. He's got his halberd line right here in the middle. I honestly have no idea what they're doing. Snaga Stalkers are getting closer. They're getting closer to the gate. Oh, but here come the Hirioth. Yep, here they come. Oh no, poor Snaga Stalkers. Actually, they're just being able to walk straight through. Look at that. Okay. Oh no. The Snaga Stalker is just getting absolutely butchered here by the Hirioth from Bacon Soup. Run, Stalkers, run! They're wavering, they're shaken. Oh, they're back to steady now. But even still, they're gonna get absolutely butchered by the Hirioth. The Elven infantry is far superior to the fodder of Angmar, that is for sure. Get a nice little close-up though, so that's cool at least. I actually might screenshot that. I think that looks pretty nice. The poor Snaga is getting just absolutely butchered. So yeah, there goes that entire unit of Stalkers, unfortunately. Unfortunately for Grim, that is. Isengard also still... They're all going towards the middle. That is extremely interesting, to say the least. Barrow-White's pushing forward the siege towers. Barrow-White's so slow. But it doesn't really matter anyway, because they're probably about the same speed pushing a tower as they are just running anyway, so it's not the biggest issue. Looks like another unit of Snaga Stalkers here, this time on the ram. We've also got the catapult here of Angmar. Not quite sure if it's going to begin bombarding yet. They would maybe want to start targeting the walls, where some of the... Yeah, I would definitely... Oh, what? Are these guys all out of ammo? Well, they've got their sword and bow out. Some of them. Interesting. These guys have their axes out, so that makes me think they might be out of ammo, but maybe not. I honestly have no idea. I didn't see them firing, and I don't see any dead bodies around here, so I don't think they're out of ammo. I guess they just have their axes out? Interesting. However, if I were Grim, I would definitely be firing on that wall where the Eredirth Amonlank are, because the Eredirth Amonlank are super deadly. So I would try to take out the Eredirth Amonlank as well as these Rangers just right away, just in one fell swoop, just by busting down this wall there. Maybe the Hairy Ping as well, but I'd definitely go for the Air Thunder Lake first. I was going to say maybe the Mithril Guard are still on the wall somewhere, but it looks like they're actually not. Hirioth, yeah, just butchered those poor souls. Now they're kind of like stuck on the ram. Okay, interesting. Interesting to say the least. We still got these Snaga archers out here that are hidden, so the defenders don't know that they're there. Or they probably do, but they don't know exactly where they are. And I think we could probably stand to speed up a little. Now Angmar's moving again. I mean, honestly, I really think it might be a bit of a mistake not targeting that wall. Because that would have been a very, very good target. These rangers, as well as these, I believe there are 1,000 florins of the Area Thunder Lake. Oh, there's only 7 of these Thorny Tower? What the? I don't even know what... Did they get busted down off the wall? I don't see any... I mean, obviously something... Oh, yes, I think they did. Because you can see a bunch of dead elves here that fell off of the wall, so that definitely, yeah, they definitely fell off there. So a nice catapult volley, maybe? I have no idea of what, honestly, what happened. I have no clue what happened there. Nevertheless, there's only 7 of them left. Air to Earth are at 53. But yeah, honestly, I would definitely begin bombarding with the catapults if I were Angmar. It looks like he's actually going to be moving all the way over to the other gate with his entire army. It looks like both Isengard and Dale are gonna be sitting here attacking this middle area, possibly. I think I can actually speed up to 2 times for now. Percentage is 3 to 6%. 6% of the defenders have fallen and 3% of the attackers have. Interesting. Dale is a really interesting pick to me, in all honesty. When you're facing off against dwarves and Mirkwood, that's probably not the greatest pick, but we'll have to see how he does. His halberds might do okay. Swordmaster's gonna do but his cheap pikes, I mean, as long as they can stay in formation, they'll do good. But they're gonna get targeted like crazy by the elven archers, I would assume. It looks like Angmar is moving all the way around to that final gate. Interesting, to say the least. Yeah, so it looks like they're just completely abandoning the assault of this area over here, interestingly enough. I mean, Grim still has his tunics of Snaga archers here, but I mean, they're not going to be able to do anything over here. Especially because it looks like the ram has actually been destroyed, so that's not great. There are still a lot of defenders over here as well, but now that there are no attackers over here, you can see the elves are already pulling back here. These Hirioth... Actually, it looks like both units of Hirioth have already taken a little bit of damage, but they were the ones that were, of course, fighting the Snaga Stalkers. Tower, those ones are only at 42, so they also took some losses. The Rangers are at 50. Ooh, interesting. Okay. Yeah, honestly, I don't quite know why they're not firing at the walls with all these expensive units. They definitely should be firing with their catapults at the walls, especially like where these Air Thunder Lake are. And even the Hairy Ping as well, because if you take out a bunch of the Elven Archers early on, that's going to be a huge, huge victory. For the attackers. Looks like the 3 Urkai crossbows are all mixed in here with the Dalian marksmen. I heard a horn, not quite sure what that was about. Over here looks like Angmar is just about to where he wants to be. Guardians of Carn Dum with their armor upgrades, of course, looking very, very cool. They always look very nice, but even with, with the black and red, I think they look absolutely amazing. Yeah, he's got 4 units of the AP halberds here. Cheap halberds, to be fair, but they're not bad as long as they stay in formation. And they've got the AP. They've not got great armor or stats, but mainly the AP and their high numbers is what makes you want to bring them. Catapult moving around as well. I'm not quite sure where it's going to be going. Hopefully, it targets the wall with the Rangers or with some of the other archers. Although I wonder if he's like moving all the way around here, going to try to fire in through there. Probably not the best move, but I don't know. Maybe it'd work. I doubt that. I don't even have the range to do that. Probably have to have a trebuchet to do that. And yeah, it looks like he's just going to be seeing it here. So good. And we've got the Snaga Stalkers now moving forward with a siege tower. Interesting. So he has lost his ram, which actually is very unfortunate because that means the only way he can bust down this gate is with his catapult, and that will waste a lot of ammo. Rangers and archers getting off the walls, very smart. Unfortunate that he wasn't able to, unfortunate that Grimm or Isengard were not able to capitalize on the mistake of the elves by putting all their units here. Pikes are reforming. They don't really have much to fear. I don't know why they're doing that, because I mean the gate is still there, so it's not like they can actually take any losses. But yeah, I would most definitely, if I was Isengard, target this wall right here, because you could kill the 2nd Legion Axe Guard as well as the Hiri Pang. Looks like he's actually targeting this wall right here. That's just as good though, trying to kill the Air Thumb and Lank. Looks like they're going to be speedy enough to be able to get away there. Well, now I would just turn around and start focusing down on the 2nd Legion Axe Guard. Unless he wants to just completely bust on this wall and open up another hole. That would also be a viable option. Okay, crossbows just kind of sitting here. They will get peppered down by a lot of the elven arrows, so probably don't want to get them too close. Especially because they're going to be very important at dealing with the heavier armored units of the dwarves. See the mega frame drop as the walls go down. I don't know why that is, but you get horrible frames whenever the walls start getting busted down. And then again, I'm also on 2x speed, so that also affects that. Ooh, look at this very, very stringy line of Snaga Stalkers here pushing the tower. We've also got the Catapult of Grimm, which is now firing. There goes the wall, or the one of the walls. And over here... not quite sure what Grimm's firing at. It might be the gate. No, it's still 0% damage. See the 730 tower trying to kill some units, and yeah, here we got the Hirioth once again sallying out to try to deal with the Snaga Stalkers and stop them from advancing any further. But the thing is, as long as he gets these pieces of the walls down, he won't even need the ram or the tower, really. Either way, these Snaga Stalkers are still going to get butchered just like their brothers were before them. Hirioth are more than a match, definitely, for these Snaga Stalkers. Still, that wall is now down to only 53%, or the wall's 53% destroyed, rather. And we have got an opening here, which could prove interesting. Looks like there might not be quite an angle to fire at just yet. However, Firebosker is moving forward with his 3 units of crossbows, and this is very unwise in my opinion. You do not need all 3 to push forward at the same time. You could literally just use 1 if you wanted to push forward and try to skirmish them down. Just use 1. You don't need 3. Because if you push all 3 forward, then you're just going to be basically asking for the archers to target down your crossbows. I mean, even if you brought 1, they would still be getting targeted down, but at least you're only losing 1 unit. Still, we'll have to see if it works out. This wall's just about broken down, and over here we've got the poor Snaga Stalkers running away now, because they do not want to get killed. And there goes that portion of the wall as well. Actually, it's kind of unfortunate that Grimm lost his ram, because that's just kind of annoying, actually, because he won't be able to get through here. They won't be able to get through that gate there. Looks like the Hirioth might be trying to break the siege tower. At 0%. I have no idea what they're doing. Maybe they're, yeah, I mean, maybe they're trying to break it. I have no idea. We've got 30 tower, a bunch of 30 tower actually right there. And we've actually got an advance of the Dalian ram here. And with all of these crossbows back here, I'm going to be very, very surprised, to say the least, if they try to sally out. If they do sally out, they will just meet 3 volleys of crossbows immediately, pretty much. Crossbows are firing, looks like, at the archers on the wall, and that is not the best move. Because the crossbows won't, of course, don't have a great angle, and with the battlements here, it's going to be kind of hard to actually hit any of those elves. So it's kind of just a waste of ammo to be doing that. Which looks like, and it looks like he has actually taken them off fire at will, which is nice, because it was kind of a waste to be firing at them. He's taking a few losses to the towers, but it looks like it's not inflicting too much damage. It's like another, ooh, yes, he is actually targeting down this wall right here, and if he's able to get it to enough damage, he may be able to kill this unit of 2nd Legion Axe Guard, as well as a lot of those Hiri Pang. Because it looks like the elves and dwarves are both focused elsewhere, so they're not really noticing the fact that this portion of the wall may go down. And they may lose 2 of their units there. Yep, they are in fact destroying the siege tower right here. It's at 14% damage, so it's going to take a while. We've actually got Dale over here as well with some Laketown Pikes, some Swordmasters, some Dalian Marksmen. Snaga Stalkers are rushing forward with some Angmar Halberds as well. Going to try to stop the elves from breaking down that tower, once they are actually going to be retreating. And over here, yes, this wall is still... They're not paying attention. It looks like a lot. Oh, yep, there they go. There goes a bunch of the 2nd Legion Axe Guard as well as the Hiri Pang. So a good play there from the Isengard player. Kind of lucky that the defenders didn't notice, but still it's good because the 2nd Legion Axe Guard are super deadly shock infantry. Crossbows are still firing, and that's not wise, but you know, what can you do? 75% damage, and there goes pretty much that entire unit of Axe Guard. There are now only 3 of them remaining. And there goes the gate at the same time. Awesome. Okay, yeah, there's only 3 of the 2nd Legion Axe Guard left, and 31 of those Hiri Pang. We've got a very stout Dwarven defense over here on this gate, and again, they can basically abandon all their units over here. There's no need to keep them there, really. Eradir's Emon Lank are also here. They're taking some crossbow volleys, maybe? But again, you don't want to be using your crossbows to shoot units at the walls. They won't get kills, and it's basically just wasting ammo. Ooh, a very big advance here from Angmar. Well, not very big, but it's sizable. He's got, looks like 2 units of Halberds, 1 unit of the Guardians of Carn Dum, as well as 1 unit of the Snaga Stalkers. And they are going to be going in here against the Hiri Lang. And if Mirkwood's not careful, he will lose this unit of Hiri Lang, and that is not good. Because the Hiri Lang are super great shock infantry, so he does not want to lose them. You can see that is in fact what Grim is doing. He's going to be setting up his Halberds here to make sure no elves come to the rescue. And then he's going to be trying to surround the Hiri Lang. And you can see that the elves are pushing forward here with some Hiri Spearmen as well as some Hiri Oth. And this is the danger of sallying out. Some of your units will end up getting surrounded and cut down. You can see that the Halberds, unfortunately, not really getting into a great position, so they will take a lot of losses fighting against those elves, but their AP should serve them pretty well. And right out through the gate, we've actually got some Hiri Spearmen pushing around, trying to surround the Guardians of Carn Dum, who are also trying to surround the Hiri Lang. We also got some Rangers up here on the walls, and it looks like some more attacking units. We've got some Pike, we've got a bunch of Lake Town Pikemen here, as well as some Barrow-wights. The Lake Town Pikemen are going to probably take some pretty brutal arrow volleys here, but we'll have to see. Guardians of Carn Dum doing decent, but again, they're facing off against elves, so they're going to struggle, to say the least. Over here, we've got some Angmar Halberds. They're actually pushing really hard, actually, against the elven units. The IR Thalion and Enanith have actually already been committed, so this fight is going to be in favor of the elves, of course. But they are going to take some casualties, and that is a certainty. The IR Arthalion actually sneaking around the flank a little bit, trying to outflank some of the Halberds, it looks like. And these Stalkers were actually able to get back onto the tower as well, despite being assaulted by the Hiri Lang. So this Elven defense, I mean, they were very aggressive, but it looks like it's not working out super great for them, to be honest. Looks like one unit of Pikes is going to help against the Hiri Lang and Hiri Yak, and the other unit of Pikes is going to go over here and help the Halberds, who are very much getting wrecked. Guardians of Carn Dum actually thinking about routing. That is one of the not so good things about the Guardians of Carn Dum. They do not have great morale. Hiri Lang, though, despite being completely surrounded for so long, just butchering so many of these attacking units, definitely proving their worth. Over here, we've actually got some more fighting. We've actually got some Spearmen. Looks like they pushed through here, but they're now being attacked by some Hiri Lang. There's also some Urkai infantry in here. And the Urkai infantry and Hidalian Spearmen will take a lot of losses to the Hiri Lang, which is why it looks like they're going to be committing some half-orc Vanguard as well. It looks like actually a decent amount actually of these First Legion Pikes have been crossbowed to death, and it looks like they're actually, yeah, the attackers being very aggressive, maybe not so much. I would not do this if I were him. He's got his crossbow back here, just wait and try to skirmish those Pikes down, because one unit of half-orc Vanguard, even 2 units of half-orc Vanguard, will not be able to break through these Dwarven units, especially not through those First Legion Pikes, so it's kind of just a waste of shock infantry there. There are still some defending units over there. But we'll take a look back over here for now, where the fight is still continuing. Again, the Pikes, they're not being able to get in a good position, so just like the Halberds before them, they're taking a lot of losses. It looks like the Halberds have routed, and these Pikes are probably going to follow suit pretty shortly here. There goes another portion of the wall. IR Thalion and Yenwith already down to 29. It looks like the Hiri Lang are down to 24, the Hiri Yak are at 53. So actually a pretty decent amount of those Hiri Lang were able to escape. Looks like the ram is also on, or not the ram, the tower is also on the wall there. Got the Thurn E tower firing away as well. And actually right here we've got the Urkai infantry and the Dalian Spearmen actually just pushing straight through the Hiri Lang. That's definitely what you want to do, because the Hiri Lang have not taken many losses, but you can see just because of their few numbers they are getting actually pushed through. And that's definitely what you want to do in order to try to deal with these elves. Although as soon as they push through the elves, they're going to have to deal with this meat wall of Warriors of Khazad and First Legion Pikes, and that is going to be pretty much impossible to push through. Over here we've got some Dalian Spearmen trying to attack some 4th Legion Shield Guard with some 2nd Legion Axe Guard in the rear. These Dalian Spearmen will get absolutely butchered. That is not going to be a nice fight for them, and they're going to have to commit some more units there if they want to do anything. Half-orc, yeah, the half-orc vanguard basically just being wasted here in the middle, in the center gate here. I mean, they'll do decent against the Warriors of Khazad because of their AP, but they're going to get absolutely destroyed by the First Legion pikes. It also does not help that they're currently getting axes thrown into their faces by the Khazad reclaimers. There's also the catapult there. Ooh, the catapult crew of the dwarves actually taking some losses. And oh, there goes a catapult as well. So some nice little snipes there from the Isengard catapult. Over here, looks like the attackers are starting to push through a little bit, but there has been another unit of Warriors of Khazad committed here. So they're going to be able to hold on. The defenders will be able to hold on to this point for a decent amount of time. There's some Lanker there. Over on this side, yeah, the elves, man, they're very, very aggressive defense here. It's kind of cool, actually. We've still got their Hiri Oth, the Hiri Ek, and some more Hiri Ek spearmen around here. Looks like some Witchrum Scourgers going up on the walls to try to deal with the Rangers, as well as the last of those Thorny Tower. But yeah, for the most part, this aggressive defense is probably going to not end great for the Mirkwood player, because we have got a lot of Grimm's Barrow-wights in here as well. So over time, the elves will start to die off. Still, let's see if we can watch these Scourge Raiders or anything. Oh, actually looks like the Javelins of Bacon Soup have been brought up here. And ooh, we'll see if they can get a volley or two off on the Scourge Raiders. Each tower's damage is at 14%. But they are the Maythar Elascal are spearmen, so they will most likely lose against the Witchhelm Scourge Raiders here. You can see, yeah, they were not able to get a volley off, and you can see a lot of these Scourge Raiders are starting to die just immediately off the bat. But once they start to get more of their actual men on the wall, they will start to do slightly better. Looks like the Javelins are actually running away. In addition to that, the Rangers are also trying to retreat. But here comes some Megali Aaron, who will be able to do much better in melee against these Scourge Raiders than, say, the Maythar Elascal. Especially because you can see only a handful, really, of the Witchhelm Scourge Raiders are even on the wall at this point, so it's going to be difficult. Still 28 of those Ire Arthelian Enwaith. Got some more Dalian units coming over here as well. Yeah, these Hiri Ek Spearmen, they're going to be able to hold for a while. Looks like they're actually even pushing back a little bit, but against the Barrow-wights and all the other units over here, they will eventually just die off. Here comes the unit of Hiri Oth and the Ire Arthelian Enwaith up onto the walls, maybe? That's honestly a bit overkill, especially with the Javelins tossing their payloads into the flanks here of the Witchhelm Scourge Raiders, who are probably just going to end up routing. So yeah, that's a bit overkill, to say the least, but I mean, it worked. It routed these units of Witchhelm Scourge Raiders, even though they still had like 2/3 of their unit left. So a bit overkill, but I mean, you know, it worked, so whatever it takes, I guess. Still, the Pikes trying to do their best, and again, things are not looking super great for the attackers. So far, their attacks have not been the most fruitful. Still, we've got over here Hiri Lang and the Warriors of Khazad still holding strong against the Spearmen and Uruk-hai infantry. Looks like there's actually some Uruk-hai pikemen in here as well in the center. That was just a complete butchering of the poor half-orc vanguard. Over on this side, all the spears have been taken out. We've got some more Uruk-hai infantry and some Uruk-hai pikemen. Again, it's going to be a very, very difficult fight, I would think, for the attackers in pretty much every respect. Medallion Marksman trying to fire in here. Looks like they're actually shooting right into the backs of these Megali Aaron. That's very good because the Megali Aaron don't have great armor as it is, and especially if you're shooting in the backs, so their shields don't even matter. You're actually going to be able to inflict a good amount of damage. However, it looks like Bacon Soup is going to be able to notice this. He's going to be able to pull his unit back after only taking 3 losses. Up here on the walls, we've still got a lot of very deadly units. We've got the Hirioth as well as those Ire Arthelian, as well as the Rangers. Maythar Elascal are also down here, so anything that comes up through that tower will get javelined as well as having to fight against those very deadly melee units. Over here, the Pikemen of Dale trying to deal with the last of the Hiri Ek Spearmen, but again, those Spearmen are just so good at just surviving. And especially because of the fact that these Dalian Pikes are not in the greatest formation, and because they're just not great Pikes overall, you can see they are taking quite a few losses. They are thankfully being given support from these Barrow-wights who will not die very quickly, but still, it's looking very tough, I would say, to say the least, for the attackers. Yeah, over here you can see the attack is kind of starting to peter out, at least on this side. Especially again with those constant axe volleys being thrown in here. The AP axe is doing a ton of damage. Over here, once again, the attack is kind of petering out. They don't really have the numbers to push through or anything. You can see the Pikes are trying to do their bit, but against the dwarves against the dwarven infantry, it's just so hard to do anything. The 2nd Legion Axe Guard will honestly be able to butcher pretty much anything over here, except for maybe the pikes, as long as the pikes get in decent formation. But for the most part, the attackers over here are going to struggle very heavily, to say the least. Yeah, over here it's just kind of starting to peter out still, that attack. Things definitely are looking good for the defenders. And we've got another unit, maybe even 2 units actually being pushed out here from the elves. No, just one. One unit of the Megal E Aaron Light Infantry. So this is a very aggressive defense, really, from the Mirkwood elves, and it's honestly working out fine because of the fact that he's basically just defending the bridge almost. It's forcing the attackers to only, you know, come through one way. They won't be able to come through the gate or the walls because of the fact that he's just defending the bridge right here. So it's definitely a smart move. It's going to be tough to deal with, especially because this ram, or I don't know why I always want to call him ram, but especially because the siege towers here just kind of blocking a lot of these units. It's going to take even longer for the attackers to bust through here. Light 10 pikemen down only 23. Oh no. Hiriak's still at 28. The other unit of Hiriak is at 20, and then the Megalier are at 51. On the wall, it looks like the Rangers are coming down off of the wall. The Elite, or the Hirioth, and then the Arthalion are still just sitting up there waiting for any more units who are foolish enough to try to go through there. And oh, we've got Trolls of the White Hand in here. The Trolls of the White Hand should do decent against the Hirioth, and they might do okay, I guess, against the Pikes. But if the Dwarves decide to commit, say, the Khazad Reclaimers in melee, the Khazad Reclaimers in melee are actually AP Shock Infantry, so they will do very good, honestly, against the Trolls of the White Hand. You can see the Trolls of the White Hand just pushing through here, looks like, into the Warriors of Khazad, maybe? They're going to be caught up by some of those Khazad Reclaimers, and again, the Khazad Reclaimers will be able to butcher the Trolls with their two-handed AP axes. Over here, Isengard trying to make its way through here, but again, it's just so difficult because the Dwarves are just so strong in defensive situations like this because of their heavy infantry. Barding Herd and Urukite infantry going to be committed as well, it looks like. Looks like a couple of the Trolls have gone down, maybe? Ooh, yeah, there's only 3 of them left. Eesh. That's not good. 1st Legion Pikes, though, taking some losses. There's some Barding Herd in here. Looks like the attackers are starting to make a little bit of headway on this area. Ooh, and straight in the center, where the defenders weren't really paying much attention, looks like there's some Barding Herd going to be able to sneak through. But the Barding Herd are halberds, they're not pikes, so they're not going to have range to deal with the 1st Legion Pikes. Honestly, we would maybe want to turn them around to try to go after the Khazad Reclaimers. Over here, still, things are not looking super grand. I believe most of the attacking catapult ammo is probably spent. And over here... oh, we've actually got Javelins coming in from the Maethar Ilascal and trying to target down the Barrow-wights. However, Javelins aren't going to be able to do much damage to the Barrow-wights, to be honest with you. You can see the Barrow-wights just getting flung in the air by the Javelins, but then they just get straight back up. Barrow-wights are super survivable. Looks like a lot of the Hiriak and Hirioth have gone down. Some of them are actually thinking about routing, of course, because the Barrow-wights are fear instilling. Megaliaran are still at 50, and yeah, these Spearmen are actually still very healthy as well, but the other units are not so healthy. This is definitely one of the cooler maps, in my opinion, just looks-wise. It's very neat, to say the least. Rangers over here. Oh, there's still one troll. One troll has actually managed to sneak through here and may be able to get into melee with these Rangers. Come on, man, run, run! Get into the Rangers. Oh, he's taking some. Oh, he's taking full-on volleys from those Rangers. But he was able to get a nice charge off, I guess. We'll have to see how long he can survive. Meanwhile, though, looks like some more reinforcements have been committed over here, so the attack is starting to once again peter out. The AP Air Deertham and Lank, again, super good in melee. It's not, the Hirioth are also good. Got some Barding Herd in here, but they're getting shot right point blank from the Orc Hunters of Khazad. Over here, Barding Herd completely surrounded on all sides. One side with 1st Legion Pikes, the others by Warriors of Khazad and some more Warriors of Khazad, actually. And over here, yeah, the attack has been completely pushed back by the 2 units of 4th Legion Shield Guard, as well as the 1 unit of the 2nd Legion Axe Guard. So there's, it's really not looking super great for the attackers. I mean, they've still got some decent enough units back here. The percentage is 51 to 39, so it's still definitely in favor of the defenders, but we'll have to see. So Masters of Carn Dum. Looks like the elves' aggressive defense is finally going to be pushed back. You can see most of the spearmen have died, looks like. There's only 33 of these Megal E Aaron left. And looks like there's also 19 of the Hiri Experiment. Also, I don't know if you guys noticed, but I actually live streamed some 3rd Age Reforged just a little while ago. Maybe like 3 or 4 days ago, maybe. And that is actually something I might actually do a little bit more of. I think it seemed to get some good responses at least. So I may continue to do that. I do definitely enjoy streaming. The only bad thing about streaming is that for very micro-intensive games like 3rd Age Reforged, I'm not going to be able to read your guys' chat super quickly. I mean, of course there will be moments where I'll be able to, but for the most part, it might actually be kind of difficult to read the chat unless I'm like actually doing army comms. But it's actually nice to stream 3rd Age Reforged because I can get advice on what to do in the specific battle and for what to bring for actual army compositions. But yeah, I think I might actually do that because it's also pretty easy to actually do. I mean, of course, because it's a stream, I do have to set the graphics pretty darn low just so it doesn't lag the actual game, which is kind of unfortunate, but I mean, that's just kind of how it is anyway. I mean, that's generally how you have to play Reforged to make sure it doesn't lag. In bigger scale games, you have to put your graphics on low, but then in replays, you can put it back up to high, which is, of course, what I do. But still, I actually did really enjoy that, so if you guys would like to see more streams in the future, just go ahead and let me know, and I'll be sure to do that. Got some Thorny Tower over here. Ooh, and yeah, ugh, that's not good. Looks like the attackers have been completely thrown back from all 3 of these openings here, both on the 2 wall openings as well as in the center gate. Attackers have been completely wrecked. Although, here we have got some Lake Town River Patrol tossing their javelins into the 1st Legion pikes. They need to keep doing that if they want to have any hope, really, of taking this settlement. Ooh, yes, those javelins. Yes, and they're actually getting shot by some Orc Hunters of Khazad Dum, but it looks like they're not taking too many losses. Over here, the pikes are still trying to do their best, but again, against the dwarves, they're not going to last for very long. Warriors of Khazad Dum down to 23, Shield Guard 62, Fierce Legion pikes at 16. Oh, so bloody. I've got the Hiri Oth trying to chase down the Lake Town River Patrol. They are taking some point-blank crossbow volleys from the few remaining crossbows that Isengard has got left. Ooh, nice volleys there into the Hiri Oth, although the crossbows will also get attacked now in melee, although they're... oh, maybe not. I mean, they're getting some decent enough volleys off. There's only 13 Hiri Oth, although they will definitely take losses in that melee engagement. Even 13 of the Hiri Oth can do a number to the Uruk-hai crossbows, who are not great in melee. Although, looks like the crossbows are getting some pretty nice arcs, just arcing it right over their friendlies. Actually going to be enough to actually rout those Hiri Oth. Over here, looks like the attackers are starting to make maybe a little bit of headway, not much. Another of the Megali Aaron here. We've also got the javelins right here as well. The siege tower made it in here as well, it looks like, interestingly enough. Looks like this troll was actually cut down by those rangers. He took out a few of them, I guess. The Air Thumb and Link are still at 38 men remaining, so they're definitely still very healthy. Shield Guard is actually out here. I don't know what they're doing out here. They're going to take some crossbow volleys. And with the AP crossbows, they will be able to do a lot of damage to those Shield Guard. Looks like the first volley was kind of a disappointment, but looks like they're getting a little bit of damage. Oh, they're actually trying... that's what they're doing. I was like, what are they doing out here? But they're trying to surround these Uruk-hai pikemen. And if they do, it'll probably end up routing them. But they are going to take some losses just from getting shot in the back there by the crossbows. But it looks like, yeah, there goes them. And oh, honestly, if the catapult manages to hit here, that'll do a ton of damage. But it looks like there goes all the Isengard forces routing. There's some Lake Town River Patrol coming up here to try to javelin some of these units. But now there's no attackers over here, these defenders will be able to just retreat to the safety of their walls. So they're taking some crossbows, volleys, as well as some javelins, but it's not going to do an obscene amount of damage. And just like that, things are starting to slow down again once more over here. But elsewhere, we've still got a little bit, yeah, we've still got some decent amount of fighting over here. Barrow-wights are at 100, these Barrow-wights are at 37, oof, they've fought a lot. Looks like the Megali Aaron over here are at 24, the Maythar Elascalon are at 20. Scourge Raiders are at 74, Guardians of Carn Dum are also in there. Ooh, Barrow-wights taking some fire volleys there from the Thorny Tower, but that's fine, because the Barrow-wights, like I said, have 3 HP, so they're basically, if you shoot these guys with anything, it's basically just a waste of ammo. Pretty much the only way you want to deal with Barrow Wights is with artillery or with AP Lancers. Anything else is mainly just a bit of a waste. Our Thelion's still very healthy. Hirioth over there at 53. 62% to 54%. So still not super close, but it's getting closer. And oh boy, yeah, the attacking forces have not had a fun time of it. Although, to be fair, elves and dwarves defending a settlement is really never something anyone would really want to attack, just because of how damn strong that combo is. With the insanely good dwarven infantry as well as the insanely good elven archers is quite terrifying, to say the least. Thorny Tower still using fire arrows, and it's mainly just a waste of him using them on the Barrow Wights, but I mean, it's a good thing for the attackers that he's wasting ammo, because the attackers really need every advantage they can get at this point. These Megalarian are still very healthy at 60, and they didn't come a moment too soon, because the Maethar Elaskel and the other unit of Megalarian were just about done for. Although there are still the units up here that could help out, as well as all of the elven units that are over here, like the Rangers or the Airdeers I'm unlike. And it looks like the dwarven units that were over here have also pulled back. I wonder if Grim could move his Snaga archers through this way and try to get through. I mean, the gate looks open. I mean, yeah, I don't know. I don't even know if he could get through that. I'm not even totally sure. Back here, we've still got a lot of scary units. So we've got the Orc Hunters, Legion Axe Guard, Second Legion Axe Guard, the Mithril Guard, and 2 units of Sons of the Fallen. Ooh, the Dwarven Catapult, though, was taken out, so that's good. Although the Elven Catapult is still around here. There's nothing in the town center, though, except for one Hirioth, lone man defending the town center. Yeah, it looks like the Hirioth have actually been taken off the walls here and will probably end up being committed over here. And oh no, the Rangers! Oh, the Siege Tower was maybe able to get a little bit of protection, but the Rangers are now able to fire down this entire blob of attacking units. And oh boy, that is not good at all. You see Grim trying to pull some of his units behind these walls maybe, which is fine because, again, if he uses body-piercing Rangers on the Barrow Wights, that's completely okay. But again, if he uses them on the Witchram Scourge Raiders, then that's not good because he will take a lot of losses because of that. Although the attackers are starting to make their way through here. 46 of those ones, and there's 14 there, so about 60 overall. And then again, over here, the attackers are going to have to take things much slower because both Dale and Isengard have taken a ton of damage. I'm not sure if this catapult still has ammo or not. Ugh, but yeah, not looking great for the attackers. They do not have much left. Although here we have got some Snaga archers, and there's no defending units over here, so it'll be interesting to see if they can actually walk through that gate or not. Let's see if they can make it. Because if they're able to get some of their archers around here and shoot units in the back, things might be able to turn around, maybe. We'll have to see if they're able to actually make it through here. Come on, boys, the gate's open. Walk through. And yes, it looks like they are in fact going to be able to walk through that. Excellent. Okay, that is definitely very good for the attackers. I mean, it would be better if they were able to shoot at elves, but there are dwarves over here I guess they could shoot at. We've still got the crossbows and javelins around here trying to do their bit. And over here, looks like the Rangers still have ammo. And they're still firing. And the Hirioth have also been committed here. We've got some more Angmar forces in here as well, but a lot of them have gone down. Dalian Marksmen actually going to be committed in melee, so that means they're out of ammo. IR Arthalion going to be brought down off the walls and committed in melee as well. So that's going to be very difficult indeed to break through. Although just the pure numbers of the attackers here is looking to be enough to break through somewhat of the numbers of the Hirioth there. Although again, with the Rangers are very good at dealing with numbers. So it's not going to be super great for the attackers here with those Rangers there. Thankfully, the Siege Tower is providing a little bit of support. Or a little bit of protection, I guess you could say. 42 Hirioth, there's still those 28 IR Arthalion. And here comes the Airdeer. I'm like, oh no. Oh, it's not fun at all to be an attacker, I would think, against elves and dwarves. We have got these Snaga archers over here, but they're kind of just standing here at the moment, not quite sure what they want to do, looks like. Oh, and unfortunately I did crash, but that's okay. I'll be able to get back to that point pretty quickly, so I'll be right back in just a moment. Alright, so we're just about where we need to be. You can see the Snaga archers are running around here. It looks like they're going to be trying to go all the way around. Maybe going to try to go up towards the town center, although I highly doubt it because you technically need a ram. Although they could be trying to go sneak around here and try to maybe skirmish down the catapult crew. That could definitely be something they would want to try to attempt. Yeah, they're basically just running all the way around right now, it looks like. But for the overall rest of the battle, it's like I said before, things have just really slowed down. Only 1 2nd Legion Axe Guard there, 5 there. Catapult crew's just kind of chilling there, so it looks like most of the Axe Guard are dead. We've actually got a lot of dwarves coming over here, and we got 2 units of 4th Legion Shield Guard as well as some Khazad Dum or Reclaimers, as well as the Air Dearth coming to try to help out against these few poor Angmar units that remain. I mean, really all that's left over here, now that there's some riding units, is there's only a few Barrow Wights left over, and they're going to get killed pretty quick, because they've been fighting the entire time, so they're going to get cut down really quickly, I would assume. Let's see what they even have back here. Oh, actually, it looks like Grim is going to be making one final push, because he does have his last unit of Angmar Halberds. We've got some Isengard crossbows over here. He's also got his Witchram Blackguard, his Witchram Hammerguard, as well as his last unit of Guardians of Carn Dum. So it looks like this might be kind of a final push here from the attackers, though there are the IR Thalion right there. A bunch of the defenders coming over as well. Even the Hiri Peng coming off the wall. And up here, we've got some 2nd Legion Axe Guard coming to head off the Snaga archers. Now the 2nd Legion Axe Guard do not have shields. I mean, they have shields on their back, but they aren't holding shields, and they are shock infantry, although they do have very good armor. So it's going to take a while, I think, for the Snaga archers to kill them, especially because it looks like they're not even going to be able to catch... They're not even going to be able to fire a single volley before they get caught by the 2nd Legion Axe Guard. And the 63, yeah, this is a complete health unit. The 63 Snaga of the 63 2nd Legion Axe Guard will be able to absolutely butcher the poor Snaga archers over here. So Grim probably needs to try to be a little bit on top of this micro here, or otherwise he will lose those 2 units of archers. Over here, we still have a lot of defending forces. Looks like the IR Thalion unit are going to come up here and try to kill these Guardians of Carn Dum, which they will be able to pull that off extraordinarily easily. The IR Thalion, of course, are very elite. We've actually got some of the... Yeah, looks like the last of the Daily units coming in here too. The AP Girians Paladins, the Earls of Esgaroth are in here as well. So basically just an entire last pushing, so they're just trying to force their way through here. They've got a lot of good units. There's the Hammer Guard, there's the Girians Paladins, there's the Witchram Blackguard. They have a lot of good units, but the defenders still have so much left over. It's going to be really difficult. We've also got some javelins here. Actually, looks like the Hammer Guard might be coming up this way. Yeah, the Hammer Guard are coming up this way. So the Hammer Guard are going to try to help out the Guardians of Carn Dum against the IR Thalion with. But in all honesty, I bet the Hammer Guard would still lose that fight, even though the IR Thalion have been fighting for so long. There also are some Khazad Dum Reclaimers here to try to help out as well. Looks like these guys are forming up like they have some ammo left over to throw into the sides of these Angmar units. So they probably will be able to do that pretty effectively. Ooh, there's a catapult. I believe that was maybe... I thought that was maybe the Elven catapult, but I'm not totally positive. Yes, it was in fact the Elven catapult. Let's see if it can get any good hits. I'm honestly surprised it was able to even fire over this wall here. I thought it would definitely hit that wall, but we'll have to see. And here comes the next volley. Oh wow, okay, yeah, it looks like all of them were actually able to fire over. I mean, it's not really being able to hit the actual units right here, but it might be able to get some hits on the ones back here. There's still some Swordmasters, there's still Dragon Slayers, there's still the Guards of Orthanc. I mean, there's still a good bit of the attacking units left over, but it's still going to be so tough. Urka crossbows up here on the walls, unfortunately getting axes thrown into their sides, which is unfortunate because if they're able to take out their crossbows, they could really do a lot of damage up here on this high position. Looks like the Guardians of Carn Dum and the Witchram Hammerguard are slowly cutting their way through the IR Thalion. IR Thalion are at 20, Guardians are at 47, and the Hammerguard are at 26. So it's going to be very costly, but they may be able to make their way through that. Over here, a lot of the defenders have gone down purely due to the fact that there are a lot of elites. In here you can see, although the Witchram Blackguard are already down to 23, Girians Paladins at 29. So they have elites here, but they're taking losses so quickly. especially because of these rangers over here. There's also Harry Pang, and here come a bunch more dwarves. You got First Legion Pikes, Orc Hunters, Warriors. There's just a whole lot of dwarves and elves remaining. Looks like all of these units are also going to be pushing down. Sons of the Fallen also going to be making their way over there. And yeah, unfortunately, it looks like these Snaga archers were completely defeated by the Mithril Guard, as well as over here by the 2nd Legion Axe Guard. So very unfortunate, but it was kind of inevitable in all honesty. So now this is basically all that remains to the attackers are their units over here. So it's going to be one last brutal fight to the end. Looks like the Guardians of Carn Dum are just going to try to absolutely bypass the Ire Arthalion. The Ire Arthalion are down to 14, the Hammers are at 20. There are the crossbows up here, getting some shots off, it looks like, into the Khazad Reclaimers here. Oh no! Oh no, are you kidding me? Just as soon as the attackers start making a little bit of headway, that Elven Catapult coming in clutch there, taking out row upon row of the Blackguard, the Swordmasters, as well as the Gyrians Paladins. So just like that, that's probably going to be game over for the attackers. That Catapult, man, proving to be kind of the deciding factor. I mean, still, there are still a decent amount of units, and with that friendly fire, things might still turn around, but honestly, I doubt it, because there are just still so many defenders remaining. Blackshot Dragon Slayers are actually in melee now against the Khazad Reclaimers. They'll be able to butcher the Khazad Reclaimers. They may take a few losses, but not many. That Catapult's still doing damage, but again, it looks like a lot of that Catapult is now actually getting friendly fire, so that's very good. Unfortunately, I believe the Angmar General was taken out there. It was either the Angmar General or the Khazad General. There goes, I believe, there goes the Mirkwood General. So there's only 7 of the Ire Arthalion left. There's 11 Guardians. There's only only 11 Hammers too. Hammers, they were doing good, but then they're starting to get shot now by a bunch of archers. You can see the crossbows are trying to target down those rangers, but I mean, they're still just so deadly. 25 Blackshot Dragon Slayers, they're super good melee, of course, but again, they're just like all the other units around here, they're also getting shot to pieces, this time by the Harry Pang, so they're going to try to go over there and silence them, and if they're able to get there in time, they will be able to do so. We've got some Orc Hunters, Khazad Dum, some more Khazad Reclaimers, as well as some more Shield Guard, and I'm assuming the Sons of the Fallen Mithril Guard will be making their way over here quickly as well. But you can see there's not too many frames left, so it's basically just going to be the last stand, kind of, I would assume. 89 to 78, so it definitely got a lot closer. It's about 10%, I guess. So yeah, it definitely did get a lot closer there. But still, it could also still get closer, because I mean there still are a lot of pretty good units around here. You can see the Blackshot Dragon Slayers actually getting their bows out, getting some nice volleys off into the Orc Hunters of Khazad Dum here, who also have ammo. And over here, it looks like, yeah, the overall quality of the few remaining attackers are doing decent. They're doing decent enough, I guess. 26 Gyrians Paladins, there's only 11 of those, no, 13 in Blackguard. Looks like, I'm pretty sure the Blackguard took some horrendous losses early on. Ooh, and there goes some more, there goes the Halberds, looks like. Probably taking out a few more of the Blackguard as well. But there, again, there was some pretty nasty friendly fire there, so that Elven Catapult getting a lot of friendly fire. There's only 7 Hammers left, but they were able to kill the last of the Rangers. Up here, it looks like there's only 4 Ire Arthalion Enanwaith, butchering some crossbows as well as the Guards of Orthanc there. But they will, over time, be defeated. Overhead crossbows are there. And unfortunately, these Blackshot Dragon Slayers just getting absolutely peppered by arrows from the Orc Hunters of Khazad Dum, as well as the Harry Pang. So this is going to be the end of them. Ooh, also by those Thorny Tower there, so not good. There's, though, goes that Catapult once more. And see the last charge here of the attackers just trying to bulldoze their way through as many of these guys as possible. 4th Legion Shield Guard actually routing, and with all these elite units, they're probably going to be able to beat the Orc Hunters of Khazad Dum, but there's so many archers remaining, and the Blackshot Dragon Slayers taking so many losses here to the Elven archers, just not looking super great. You can see they're inflicting a couple casualties into the Harry Pang, but not really enough to deal with them, I don't think. Looks like the Thorny Tower are out of ammo. These guys are not great in melee, so against all of these units, the attackers will still probably be able to beat both the Orc Hunters as well as the Thorny Tower. However, again, there's still just so many dwarves that are still able to be committed to the fray here. You can see the Sons of the Fallen surprisingly retreating. I'm not entirely sure why. Yeah, I was going to say, I don't know why they're retreating. There's really no need to. Witcher and Blackguard trying to chase on the Harry Pang, but the Harry Pang are going to kite them and run away. There's a few scattered Barrow-wights around here. There's the Catapult of Firebosker here. Must have a little bit of ammo left over. There's still 10 of the Blackshot Dragon Slayers. There's some Swordmasters around here. Or the crossbow back there as well. I mean, it's gonna be close because there are still a decent amount of elites from the attackers. But I think overall, it just, with the Sons of the Fallen there and the Mythical Guard, it's not going to be enough. Witcher and Blackguard trying to chase after the Hiri Pang, going to get caught out here by some Sons of the Fallen. You can see the AP arrows of the Blackshot Dragonsaurs firing into the flanks of these Sons of the Fallen. They're going to be able to do a little bit of damage. Ooh, there's that catapult. Oh no, catapult taking out a... Oh no, that's going to be GG. Yeah, that's basically GG right there. Took out a bunch of the paladins. There's only 10 paladins left. So that's basically going to be it. There's going to be fighting for a little bit longer, but for the most part, that's basically game over. Looks like there were some javelins around here trying to do their bit, but they instantly routed. And as there are now only a few frames remaining, yeah, that's going to be pretty much game over. Although still, it was definitely close. 92 to 86%, so it's within 6% right now. So that's definitely very, very close, to say the least. So again, big thank you to Grim for sending this replay. And ooh, actually getting way closer because of that catapult volley from Grim's catapult, actually taking out a bunch of those Sons of the Fallen right there. So okay, I can respect that. I believe he also took out probably the last of his Hammers of Gundabad, as well as his what are they called, Witcher and Blackguard. But I mean, he took out a lot of the Sons of the Fallen, so that's cool. But yeah, the Sons of the Fallen rushing forward here, now going to be able to chase down that catapult along with the Mythical Guard. Over here we've still got 52 Sons of the Fallen there as well. 5 of the Witcher and Blackguard left in a fight to the death. There are also some Guards of Orthanc here protecting the doorway maybe, so the crossbows can try to get some volleys, last minute volleys off, try to get a few more kills. But yeah, you can see the attackers really starting to slow down here. There's not much left that they can really do. Catapult now getting assaulted. There's the Blackshot Dragonsaurs also going to get wrecked here. Come on, the Catapult might be able to get some last minute kills. Oh, nope, they're going to get attacked here by the Mithril Guard. Oh, you can see it was about to fire. Oh, that's too bad. It was literally about to fire. Maybe this one might fire. Ooh. Oh, jeez. The entire unit right there of Guards of Orthanc just flattened by the Elven Catapult. So some brutal last-minute artillery here, which is always cool to see. I always love seeing good artillery kills. Unfortunately, it looks like the Isengard Catapult is out of ammo. Just going to be throwing some rotting meat. See, the Sons of the Fallen being surrounded by some Dragon Slayers as well as some Witcher and Blackguard, as well as getting shot by crossbows, is not doing well for their health. But while it is getting a little bit closer, you can see it's going to be pretty much game over. There's not really much left over for the attackers. There's still Hiri Pang. There's still an entire unit left over of the 2nd Legion Axe Guard. So that's going to be pretty much it for the Siege of Carn Dum. Still, it was a really fun one. I really did enjoy it. You can see the General of Isengard still alive somewhere around here. Actually, that's a really cool view right there. I might take a screenshot of that. Might have to make that the thumbnail. Still, I think we'll go ahead and speed it up. I think it's pretty safe to say that the attackers are going to lose this one, even though it was still very close. There's still some few remaining units that are going to get cut down here. The crossbows trying to do their bit. 2nd Legion Axe Guard actually getting brought down to 35, surprisingly enough. There's still a few paladins left over there. They're getting shot by the Hiri Pang. And there are still a few Dragon Slayers around here as well. Catapult crew running in here. Mythril Guard at 25. The Dragon Slayers still, I mean, they're super good in melee, so they're going to be able to last for a while. There's still actually 4 of them remaining. That unit of Sons of the Fallen got butchered pretty well. The other one, I believe, is still relatively healthy. I don't know where it is. And there goes some admit defeats. So that's going to be game over. Still a good game to everyone involved, and again, thank you to Grim for sending me this replay. You can see that Grim was able to snag the most kills for his team. The most kills overall went to Bacon Soup with 2,520. Witcher and Black are getting 94 kills. I was actually kind of surprised by that because I thought they got wrecked by the catapult pretty early on. His catapult only got 31. His Witcher and Hammerguard only got 52. Although to be fair, they were fighting against the Arthalian Enanwaith. Scourge Raiders did okay. Barrow-wights did okay. His Halberds didn't do great. Neither did his Guardians of Carn Dum, to be honest with you. Snarl Archers and Snarl Stalkers were just kind of there. But anyway, that'll pretty much be the end of this video. Hope you guys did enjoy it. If you did, please comment, like, and subscribe. If you did not, just tell me what I did wrong, and I'll be sure to fix it for the next one. So farewell wherever you fare. Chill your eyes receive you at your journey's end.